Welcome to Dadvice TV. One of the most common questions I get asked is, James, how in the world do you use your labs to keep improving your kidney function? Well, we're going to talk about that and more coming right up. Hello, kidney warriors. James here, your favorite online kidney health coach. And we're going to talk about what I do to optimize my treatment strategy to keep improving my kidney function. But before we get into that, if you haven't already, take a moment to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click the bell icon. That way you'll get a notification every time I upload a brand new video. And if this is your first time to my channel, welcome. You will definitely want to subscribe. Lots of great information as I have battled kidney disease from stage 5 at death's door, being told I have to have dialysis to live, to today, stage 3, and continuing to get better. 7 months later. Yeah, 7 months later. And how the heck do I do it? Well, I use my labs to keep tweaking and optimizing my kidney disease treatment strategy that I use with my health team. And I'm going to share my secrets of what I do right now. So let's get on to it. Like all my videos, I speak from my own personal experience. I want to make it clear, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a regular old guy who one day ended up in the hospital, a heart attack, and my kidneys were stage 5. They were failing. Oh my goodness, it was awful. I was weak. I could barely move. Just going from the bedroom to my bathroom, which is in the same freaking room, I had to stop to take a breath. Yeah, it was exhausting. The fatigue. Couldn't keep anything down. It was awful. And it looked pretty gloomy. But I used diet and lifestyle changes to improve. And the secret is my labs. Now, this last Friday, I just got my most recent labs. And I actually posted this picture right here on Facebook. Look pretty happy, don't I? Of course I do. I'm getting my labs. I get to see how I'm doing. What's my progress? Now, like all of you, I was a bit nervous. We all get nervous. Once the blood gets drawn, that nervousness sets in as you wait for your results. Now, I was lucky with this one. I did it in the hospital, and I was able to get my results in just a few hours. But the most important thing is what I did with my results. Now, before we get too far, we got to talk about the GFR real quick. That's the measurement of how well your kidneys are doing. And we all want our GFR to just keep going up, 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 up and away. But it's not always going to do that. Now, a lot of people think your GFR looks like this graph. Starting out here low and just nicely going up over time. That's what we want it to do. But your GFR really looks more like this graph. It's more like the stock market. And it fluctuates up and down constantly all day long. Yeah, not one day up, one day down, but throughout the day, up and down. What causes this? Well, it's your body. You could exercise a little bit more, be picking up some heavy things. Maybe you're doing some yard work and you've got some 40-pound bags of concrete you're carrying around, mixing them up and filling in some holes or putting some posts in or something. That's going to cause you to use your muscles. That's strenuous. Creatinine is going to build up in your blood. GFR is going to go down a little bit. You could get sick, be fighting off something. Maybe you're not sick, but your body's fighting something and just keeping you healthy. That could lower it. So it changes constantly throughout the day. And it's important to realize that your GFR can swing 3 or 4 numbers just naturally based on things you eat and the activities you do and how your health is doing overall. Next, let's talk about your treatment strategy. When you worked with your doctor, they gave you a plan. Here's what I want you to eat. Here's your target. Here's the amount of exercise I want you to get, etc. And that was great for that moment. For those labs, it's not a set it and forget it type plan if you want your kidneys to keep getting better, to keep regaining lost function. You need to constantly tweak and optimize your treatment strategy. And how do you do that? With your labs. Every time you get your labs, it's a new chance to tweak and optimize your strategy so that you'll be even better at the next labs. And sometimes you're going to change things. You may try a new diet. For example, after my last labs, I started a modified ketogenic diet. So now I just got my labs and I can see, hey, what really was the impact of that? Was it a good idea to do? My energy skyrocketed. I felt great. I have lost weight unfreaking believable. If you guys could see me, okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I used to wear a 6X shirt. This one right here is XL. It's too big. I could go now to a regular large. Isn't that awesome? Yeah. My wife tells me I look like a whole new person. Because in the last 7 months, I've lost over 100 pounds. Quite a bit of it has been in the last 2 months as I've been using a modified ketogenic diet. Great for energy, great for weight loss, but is it good for my kidneys? My labs will tell. So let's now talk about what I do to optimize my plan. First thing is I'm going to look at my labs, each item one by one, and find which ones are out of the standard range. Now there is a standard range, where you're supposed to be. I'm looking for anything that's way too high or way too low. And at this point, there are two of them that I'm completely ignoring, BUN and creatinine. And I'll come back to those later. Those get treated a little bit differently. But I'm looking for anything that's out of the range, that's too high or too low. Those are the ones I need to work on first. I need to work aggressively. I need to get with my health team and ask them, hey, why is this too high? Why is it too low? What do I need to do to get it within the range by my next labs? And how do I do that? Don't forget to ask that how. It's easy for your doctor to say, eat healthy. How the heck do I do it? Tell me, doctor, I need to know. Always follow up with how. And those are things you gotta hunker down. Whatever they say. If they say, give up sodas, boom, they're dead to you. Get rid of sodas. They say get rid of McDonald's. Boom, get rid of McDonald's. Those are all bad things you should get rid of anyway. If they say stop smoking, you stop smoking. All right, you gotta do these things. Future you is depending on the decisions you make now. I know they're not easy. They're tough. It's hard. Okay, I was there. I was eating out I was a 6X shirt. Of course I was eating out fast food. And I'd buy tubs of ice cream and eat them at night while watching Netflix. I gave all that up instantly when I found out those were hurting my kidneys and contributing to my reduction in kidney function and the way I just felt awful. If you need motivation, here's what I recommend. Volunteer. You only got to do it 5 days. You're only going to do it 1 day, okay? And that's going to be enough, really. But volunteer for a week. Go help out at a dialysis center. Go talk to those people. See what it's like to have a machine hooked up to you 3 or 5 days a week, taking all your blood out, filtering it, and putting it back in. How they get cold, how they get weak, how some of them pass out. Is that the life you want by choice? I mean, some of us have to have dialysis. If you have to have it, it is there to keep you alive. But don't look at dialysis as an alternative and letting you keep eating unhealthy. All right? So focus on those things first that are completely out of range. Do whatever you have to. You follow your doctor's orders to the letter to get everything within range. That's the first phase, okay? So when you first get diagnosed, that's what you're going to be doing. Now, hopefully, by the time you get your next labs, 30 days, maybe 60 days, at the most, maybe 3 months. I don't like to go that far, especially in the beginning. Shoot for getting it every 30 days as you get things into range. Once you're into range, maybe you can expand it a little bit more. But once we get everything within the range, we move on to really what's the optimizing phase. Because now we've gotten things, okay, I'm getting my body into an environment that it can work its magic and start getting better, reducing inflammation, which just hurts us. So the next thing I'm going to look at is what's within range, but it's a little too high or maybe just a little too low. It's getting close to the border. Those are things that I need to focus on. And here's the good news. Those are things you can usually fix quickly with diet and lifestyle changes. Hey, now we're talking about something that's easier to do. Because we're within the range, we're just going to make some little tweaks and optimizations to get us right there in the middle. So let's take a look at some of my actual labs from this Friday that I got. Here we go. As you can see, they start out okay. My white blood cells close to the middle, could be just a tad higher, but it's okay. Red blood cells, getting a little close to that border there. My hemoglobin, oh, that was right on the border. Okay, so let's look at that hemoglobin. We got to work on that one. What do I need to do to get that from right there on the border into the middle range? All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do some research. What in the world causes low hemoglobin? Now, I'm kind of lucky. I've got the internet. We all got the internet. But when I got diagnosed, I went out and I ordered textbooks that doctors use, nephrologists use, the nurses, the dietitians. Their books pretty much suck when it comes to kidney disease treatment and how to care for it and improve it. But I got all these books. So I can actually look up in these medical books what in the world causes low hemoglobin. And you can also search on the internet, but be careful with the sites you visit. Try to visit sites that are really authoritative. You can't even trust my site, Dadvice TV. I'm just a guy. How do I know what's right and what's wrong when I post information? How do you know where I got that information from, okay? You need to go to real sources that you can trust when it comes to this part, okay? Now, I look it up, and guess what I find out? Low hemoglobin is caused by low iron, low B6, low B12, low folic acid, and or low vitamin C. Those happen to be the same things for low red blood cells. So look at that. I'm going to get rid of take care of a couple things at once. So I found out it's most likely a deficiency in those things. That's fantastic. So next, I kind of look at that and I find out, okay, where are your hemoglobins made at? What produce them? Well, they're produced in your bones. And your red blood cells are there too. So I need to look at my bone health. The next thing I'm going to check is my vitamin D level, because your kidneys turn vitamin D into active D, which helps your bones grow and become strong. I may have a vitamin D deficiency. I take a look, boom, D is right in the middle. Perfect. Not a vitamin D deficiency. Let me also check my phosphorus, because that could cause problems with my bones. Maybe I'm okay with those vitamins, but I got too much phosphorus in my diet. I look it up in my labs, boom, right there in the middle. All right, this is good. Next, if you check phosphorus, you always check your calcium, because they have a 1-to-1 relationship, but they're the opposite. When one's high, the other goes low. When one's low, the other goes high. So I just double check. Always good to look extra, do your due diligence. And I check my calcium. Boom! Right in the middle again. That is fantastic. I don't have a deficiency in vitamin D. I'm not, my calcium's on target and my phosphorus is on target. That is fantastic. Now the next thing I need to check is my urine. All right, so I look at my urine, and what am I looking for? First, I'm looking at my protein count. How much protein am I leaking? Okay, protein is valuable to your body. Remember, it's extremely expensive. Your body does not want to pee out any protein at all. All right, it needs protein. So I look, and what I want to look at is the trend. Is your protein in your urine going down? That's a sign inflammation may be reducing. Your kidneys are working better. That's good. Now, if your protein levels in your urine are going up, that's damage, and the damage is getting worse. All right? So I check my protein. 0. Yeah. Now, when I was diagnosed, I had a lot of protein, but I quickly made lifestyle and diet changes, and got my protein under control. So this is a good sign. My kidneys are not physically getting worse, at least from what I can tell so far. Next, blood in my urine. That's another sign that your kidneys are having bad problems and could be getting worse. No blood. Yes, that is fantastic. So right now, what I've learned from doing just a little bit of research on my hemoglobins, and I do this for every one of these, is I likely have a deficiency in my diet. It doesn't appear to be a problem with, missing vitamin D or too much phosphorus or calcium. My urine's looking good. My kidneys are not getting worse physically, at least from what I can tell. So I'm feeling pretty good. Now, what that's going to do is develop a lot of questions for me. And I'm going to ask my doctor, hey doctor, and I go through these one by one. When I get to the red blood cell and the hemoglobin, they're both the same as far as the causes of them being low. I'm going to ask, doctor, am I too low on iron, B6, B12, folic acid, and or vitamin C? Is it one of these I'm a little too low on, or is it multiple ones? And I'm going to talk to my doctor and find out what they recommend. Now, this is going to give me probably some diet changes, some more foods to add to my diet that can give me a little bit more iron, B6, B12, folic acid, and vitamin C, assuming those are all the ones I need. Now, another alternative my doctor may recommend is supplements. Now, I personally, I do use supplements, okay, but I don't like popping pills. Let's get rid of the pills as much as possible and only take the ones that really we need, that really help us. Now, one of the ones I do take, and I've mentioned this a few times, this ProRenal Plus D multivitamin, and this is also the one with omega-3. I take it because my heart had a heart attack. I need omega-3, okay? I need that. I need my CoQ10. I take those. This is a fantastic supplement that I take. I take 2 little tablets, and it gives me most of my vitamins and nutrients, including some iron, that I need. And it's recommended for all stages of kidney disease, including dialysis. It is supported by the National Kidney Foundation and all the big companies out there. Fantastic company. And if you're looking to buy this, I highly do recommend it. There's a link on Dadvice TV with instructions on how to get this direct from the manufacturer, not from Amazon, direct from the manufacturer, and there is a Dadvice code that you can give them and get a discount and free shipping. Now, I'm not promoting this because I get money or any kind of kickback from them. No. I honestly use this and I honestly believe in it, and I worked with them. I reached out to them. They're actually just down the street from me in Dayton, Ohio, and they said, hey, we'll give you a discount code just like we give all the nephrologists and dietitians that we talk to, and we got one set up so you get a discount. I'm not saying get that because I'm making money. I want to make that clear. Some people out here are just promoting products to make money. I only talk about things I believe in, that I use, and that work for me. So one option may be I could take 3 tablets instead of 2 to get my extra vitamins I'm missing. I have a feeling that's probably not the best way to go because I'm getting a little extra of other things that I don't need. And everything, remember, our secret is balance. We're trying to balance our blood work in the middle. We're trying to balance everything we take to keep us in the right environment for our bodies to do their magic and to just get as better as they can. I know that wasn't correct grammar. I couldn't figure out what to say there. But we want to give our bodies what they need to keep improving. All right? Now, I'm going to do this for every single piece of my blood work, one by one. And you're going to find patterns. Hey, that's great. Matter of fact, this iron, this B6, B12, folic acid, comes up over and over on every item that I am on the lower side of mid-range on. So I obviously have a deficiency there. Well, of course, I changed my diet. I'm doing a new ketogenic diet, and I didn't add stuff to it. I had my meals delivered. I ate exactly that, and I got my blood work to see what happens so I can make adjustments to improve it for the next one. Next, let's talk about creatinine and BUN. Now, these two are a little different because they're not like your blood where they go up and down and you want to get them in the middle. These are two numbers we're looking to get down, and they measure waste product that's in your blood. So it's a good indicator that you're eating too much of the wrong things, you're not giving your kidneys a chance to catch up, and they take effort, a lot of effort, and they can take a lot of time to lower. This is a lifetime battle against your creatinine and your BUN. You're not going to just get it down low and be like, woohoo, kidney disease is gone, and move on with life. You're always going to be fighting against these ones, making adjustments. So let's take a look at how I measure those and determine what to do. Now for my labs on this one, my BUN increased and so did my creatinine. It only increased a little, but it did increase, and that's concerning. So that means my GFR ended up in the calculation going down just slightly. Now it tweaks up and down, and it went down within that range. It's not like a massive drop, but I like it to keep going up. So I'm looking at my creatinine, I'm looking at my BUN. What causes those to increase? Well, of course, it's the amount of protein you eat, if you don't get enough fiber, those are going up, and a number of other things. I look at what I eat. I log everything. I use my Chronometer app. There's a link to it on dadvicetv.com with a review if you want to read about it and what all I can do. I use the pay version, so I go online, see all these graphs of everything I ate and all my micronutrients, and I can see the trends. And it is clear. What did I do different for these labs compared to the last set of labs? Well, I ate a whole lot more protein, and I ate a whole lot less fiber. Two things that directly impact creatinine and your BUN. Yeah, so put two and two together, and what's that mean? I need to talk to my doctor about adjusting my fiber. Doc, is it okay now? We've got our baseline. Can I start adding my benefiber to everything I eat? I sprinkle a little bit of it on everything. Gives me extra fiber, doesn't change the texture, doesn't change the taste, doesn't take any extra effort for me to get that fiber. I'm also going to ask, should I reduce the amount of protein that I eat? I'm pretty confident, I would say 99% certain, yes is the answer there. So if I'm going to reduce my animal proteins, I'm eating more than I normally do with this modified ketogenic diet, that's going to also impact my iron. So now, remember we were talking earlier, I might have a little bit of a deficiency in iron. Maybe this is going to make it even lower, so we got to take that into account. Your treatment for your kidney disease is this holistic approach. It's not just one little thing, one little thing, one little thing. I need to look at all of it. It's easy to say, yeah, less animal protein, James, bam. No, what does that mean to my body? What's that going to do to all my other labs? And especially the ones that are close to the border of being out of range. Lower protein means less iron. So I'm going to need to supplement that some way. And it may just be, hey, eat more broccoli, eat more of this, eat more of that. That may be the answer. Most of these things can be adjusted with diet. Now, I'm also going to ask, what else should I do with my diet, Doc? Okay, if I'm cutting back on animal protein, I'm going to eat more of certain vegetables to make up for the iron, give me my B6, my B12, my folic acid, my vitamin C. What else should I do to optimize my diet so that my labs look even better at my next session? And that is how I optimize my chronic kidney disease treatment strategy to keep improving every single time. Now, it takes a bit of effort. I probably spend about 8 to 10 hours just analyzing all of my lab results, documenting the causes, looking for similarities and trends, and then trying to figure out, okay, how do I adjust that cause? If I don't have enough iron, what do I do to increase iron? And I'm looking at how does that impact other things. If I do that, is it going to lower this? Is it going to raise this? all of it is a holistic treatment that you need to do. But your health team can help you. Now, one more thing I do, once I've done all this research, and here's what I believe are the causes, and here's what I believe are the things I most likely need to do, I email that information to my doctors before my appointment. So my appointment's on Thursday, so I got my blood work on Friday, had the weekend to do my analysis. My appointment is on Thursday. So I got my doctor, my questions about my labs, giving her plenty of time to do her own research, work with the dietitian, and come up with a plan. That way, when I go in the office, my time is extremely effective. I'm getting work done. We're in there, she's gonna say, here's what you gotta do, here's how you do it exactly, and here's why, and here's what the results are gonna be at your next blood work, or what we're shooting for them to be. Because you can't guarantee anything, all right? But by doing this, it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. Now, I feel good. Yeah, my GFR went down a little bit. Oh, crud, darn it. But I know why. I changed my diet. We did a test. Everything that was low, all can be related back to this change in my diet. And all of these can be adjusted. And my doctor, my dietitian, as a matter of fact, I already emailed her my questions, and she even came back with some creative techniques for me to help improve this. The one thing that worries me the most is the protein, eating the protein. We need protein. I don't want to lose muscle mass. As a matter of fact, I'm personally trying to do a bit of weightlifting now, not too strenuous, to build muscle. Now that I've lost so much weight, I want to get me a six-pack eventually. Come on. I'm getting rid of my keg and let me get a six-pack. So I'm doing a little bit of muscle building, so I still need protein, and she knows that. So she recommended, hey James, here's what you may want to do. Cut down the amount of protein, keep it within a certain amount. I'm not going to go too low, but only eat animal protein every other day. So she may not have thought about that if I just walked into her office and said, hey, I got to cut my protein. What do I do? She's going to have to make a quick judgment decision and say, yeah, just eat less. Do this, cut out eggs, cut out this, blah, blah, blah. But by me looking at my labs, determining what they mean and better understanding them, and asking her and giving her a chance to also look at them and then see what I thought. Like, it triggered something. And she came up with a great suggestion. Chances are I'm going to do it because it works great with my ketogenic diet just every other day. 0 animal protein. And I'm still doing my fasting. So I think that is going to adjust my bun and creatinine levels, bring them down, which will increase my GFR. And by adjusting the vitamins and minerals, the nutrients in my foods, I'm going to keep everything right there in the center. So this is what I do every single time. Now, this is not the only thing, the only way to optimize. It's not the best. I don't know what's the best. This is what I do. This is what's worked for me. I was stage 5, 7 months ago, in the hospital. IVs in both arms, okay? They told me, James, you got to go on dialysis now. If not, in 45 days, your wife's picking out a casket. This is serious. Exactly what they told me. I kept hearing, this is serious. You can die. You're going to die if you stay the way you are. I made those changes. I looked at every single lab. I got them often. In the beginning, I got them real often. Now, a lot of you, your provider's not going to give them often. Your healthcare system's not going to give them often. Like my insurance didn't want to do it often either. I paid out of pocket quite a bit to get labs done. In the beginning, once a day. Then I went to twice a week, once a week, every other week. I just did a 2-month gap. It's the longest I've ever gone. I'm never going to do 2 months again. I'm going to stick with every 30 days. When I get to stage 2, GFR 60, then I'll go to longer than once a month. But I need these labs so that I can see what I'm doing and make tweaks. Think of it as taking a road trip. You're going to drive from Maine down to Southern California. You're going to San Diego. You want to go see the beaches, see the sea lions down there. Not getting blood work often is like starting on that trip with no map, no GPS, nothing, just a direction to drive away from the ocean and driving for 4-5 days. And then saying, hey, where are we? Did you even go the right direction? Maybe you're up in Canada now. Maybe you're down in Mexico. Maybe you're in Florida. You could be in the wrong place so easy. Now, you got to backtrack. You got to make up for that. Oh, if you got to get there by a certain time, oh, now it's harder. We got to go faster. Can't speed, less sleep, more danger for you. Ah! That's what it's like not getting blood work often. You can't navigate that way. Having your blood work often is like having a GPS right there. It's like having Waze. It's warning you. Pothole in the road ahead. Police ahead. Traffic ahead. Let me reroute you around it, okay? So it's really important to get your blood work often. Push your doctors to get it often, then push them to work with you in optimizing your chronic kidney disease treatment strategy. It can't do anything but help. All right, guys? All right, one last plug. If you have not subscribed already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. We just passed 10,000 people subscribed. Over 10,000 people are getting this information free of charge on a regular basis to inspire them to fight kidney disease and kick its butt. And then they can inspire more people. I have a dream, okay, guys? My dream is to make dialysis almost unnecessary, except for the people who really need it. Dialysis centers are popping up everywhere. They're franchises. People are freaking making money off of our disease. All right? I want to help everybody out there around the world to use diet and lifestyle to avoid dialysis. I want every dialysis company in the world to hate me. Be like, oh, that James, he's helping people get better. He's taking away our customers. Yeah, that's what you are. You're not a patient to a dialysis center. You're a customer. You're a money-making customer for them, and I don't like that. That ticks me off. So I want them all to hate me. Let's spread the word. Let's share these videos. Let's get more people using diet and lifestyle changes and working so much closer with their healthcare team to improve their kidney function and avoid ever needing dialysis. Now, for those of you that need it, there's some people that absolutely it is the only option. For them, dialysis is there. Those are real patients who need dialysis. But so many people, I've talked to doctors, I've talked to nephrologists, I've talked to researchers all around the world. So many people are automatically just thrown on dialysis for the rest of your life until you get a transplant without really trying lifestyle and diet changes. And for many people, that can help avoid dialysis. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.